So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sharon Whiteman, and it's my great pleasure and privilege to be here with Diana Hunter and Gary Knapp each and every week, and we love seeing each and every one of you. We also like to acknowledge those of you who watch the recordings, as we do recognize that Saturday is a very busy time for many families and other households. Today, we're very privileged to have Kevin Robbins. Kevin always says yes, with the exception of his busy schedule. My goodness, sometimes I wonder how he fits us in, but I'm very grateful. So Kevin is a world-renowned speaker and one of the most popular trainers in MANNATECH. Starting in 1994 by working just part-time in his MANNATECH business, Kevin has grown his business to a significant full-time income, allowing him and his wife to stay at home to be parents to their two healthy children. He has been in the top 100 income earners since 1997. He's earned well over $1 million in MANNATECH. Following in his father's footsteps, in 2003, he was honored with the highest award the company bestows, the Ray Robbins Giving Spirit Award. He has certainly given generously of his time and skills to MANNATECH, serving on the advisory council from 2000 to 2005. He was chairman of the compensation committee in 2001 and 2002, during which time MANNATECH's compensation plan won the Direct Sales Association Success Award. Kevin met his wife Dawn on a MANNATECH cruise in 1996. Jordan and Ashlyn are very successful young adults now. I love watching them grow on Facebook, and they remain being stay-at-home parents from, I think, grown and flown children now, Kevin. They're not at home any longer. So today, today we're focusing on MANNATECH's journey in business and why, if you're here and you're new to us, a big warm welcome. This is sadly the best kept secret out there, and it's our duty to make sure that people hear about this, because people are praying for what we have. And Kevin, God bless you. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you, Sharon, for having me here today. And thank you for everyone that is tuning in right now. And I know many of you will watch on archive, as Sharon said, and I'm very familiar with how the archives work, because as someone that's hosted regular meetings in North America, Tuesday Night Live, we definitely always had way more people watch the archive than live, and that's fantastic, because people can watch when it's right for them. So whenever you're watching this, thank you for tuning in. But yeah, Sharon and Diane has been hosting these meetings for many years, and I always appreciate it when Sharon reaches out to me and says, hey, would you come speak for our Aussies and New Zealanders? I know it's not just Aussies, our Aussies, New Zealanders, and really all of Australasia. And when I can, when it works in my schedule, I am always happy to be here. This is a great group. I love Australia. I've traveled there 2 times. And so for somebody from America to have an opportunity to go to Australia, that's a really big deal. And to do it twice. Once I even brought my wife. I walked across the bridge there in Sydney, the really high bridge, walked across there and was just an amazing experience. Love Australia. I hope I get a chance to come back again and see all of you in person. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this. Sharon and I were talking about, what are some things that I could bring today and talk about and share, and, we can do training. There's a lot of things that are valuable there, but where we landed is we felt like the best thing for me to do today would be to just talk about the MANNATECH business and give you guys an overview. We've got a brand new presentation that we've put together that we have been sharing globally for the past several months, but the time that we picked, I know, is not great for Australia. As a global company, it's hard for us to do something where it works with everyone, and so many of our meetings in North America that we broadcast, we've done them at night. And so that works great for Australians, because, that's your morning. And so that really works. But when we do meetings at night, it's not great for our Europeans. It's not great for our South Africans. It doesn't work very often for our Asians. And so for a while now, we have shifted that, and we're doing our global meetings on Sundays at noon. And that's, I believe, that's noon Dallas time. I believe that's 3 a.m. on Monday morning. So I don't think there's many of you that are attending these Sunday morning global connection calls, and I totally understand that. But that's where we have been debuting and then sharing our business briefing that I'm going to share today. So I just thought it was a great opportunity to bring this to you tonight and to share this. If you have new people on tonight, this is going to be a great overview for them on why I believe MANNATECH is the best business, the best gig business in the world right now. It's a great way to start a business, to make some extra income, but we have some things unique to MANNATECH, which again, I believe make MANNATECH such a better opportunity than so many other things out there. There's a ton of ways to go make extra money right now. There's a ton of ways, gig businesses, and I'll talk about this in a minute, but there's so many of them. But if you find the right one, and I believe MANNATECH is the right one, it can bless you in so many ways beyond just that part-time income. It can go significantly beyond that. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. But so that's what I want to talk about tonight. And again, whether they're brand new tonight on this call or whether you share this with someone later, I hope this is something that is of value to them. So the first thing I want to do is let's share my screen here and bring up the presentation.
I'll just go offline, Kevin. Be right here though if you need me.
Okay, thanks. Looks like we are up and running. So before we start, I actually have a short video that is an introduction to this presentation. So let's check this out.
I meet people who are struggling. They're trying to figure out how to make ends meet. They're looking for solutions.
People are frustrated, feeling like they don't have an opportunity to live the life of their dreams.
We had no money. That'll make a husband and a father sit up and take notice. We needed something to change.
You can start out, as a part-time job, but you're working at home. You're not taking on another job where you have to say goodbye to your family and your children and go do something.
My wife and I both are stay-at-home parents, and to be able to be involved in our kids' lives is just priceless.
If you enjoy doing something, it's not a job, it's not work, it's part of my everyday life.
It's about not have to get up with the alarm clock, but get up at your own time and then set your own schedule for the day.
When you get someone that's really hungry that says yes, we're so excited for them because their whole life is going to change right there.
It's not the corporate ladder, it's not climbing up and pushing other people down, it's how many people can I bring with me.
We want people to strive to be better instead of a life of mediocrity.
You have an opportunity to change lives. You have an opportunity to help people become more.
Being able to be part of this experience is incredible and something that everyone should aspire to be able to do.
This to us has been a ticket to freedom. This to us has been such an amazing opportunity.
All right. So the question is, are you living your best life? Now, that's a big question, and everyone has a different answer. And I'll tell you that for me personally, when my father, who was the person that introduced me to MANNATECH, when he first started talking to me about this business, it was a long time ago. I was only 27 years old. But you know what? I probably would have answered that question at the time. Yes, that I was living my best life because I was young. I was 27. I was just out of university. I was working for, what we call corporate America. I had to live in the dream, if you will. And I was just really busy. And I was, trying to build my future. And I wasn't thinking at all about starting my own business. And I was also, in my mind anyway, I was healthy. Health was not something that I thought about. I'll tell you now that I absolutely took it for granted. And that's the wrong way to think about your health. But again, I was 27 years old. I was taking my health for granted. And so I was very skeptical. I was someone that was not interested in, what it is that my dad was talking about. So you may be watching this tonight, or I'm sorry, this is in the morning. You may be watching this in the morning today, And the person that invited you may have asked you to come on here and watch this presentation, and you did it, but you might be sitting there being very skeptical yourself and thinking, you know what, is this really for me? Is this, I don't know if this is something I want to do. And I'm just here to tell you, that's totally fine. That's a very acceptable perspective when you're looking at this. That's probably the right perspective that you have. But I'll tell you that for me personally, I found out pretty quickly that the products that this company has, the science that this company provides, the benefits to your health that this company provides are second to none. They are absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to talk briefly about the products tonight. Not a lot of products and science in this presentation. It sounds like next week you have one of our best presenters, Dr. Nugent's going to be talking a lot more about that. But I'll tell you that even at 27 years old, I recognized that I wasn't putting the right foods in my diet every day. I was eating poorly. I was fast food, I was single at the time. And I realized pretty quickly that I wasn't doing best for my body, and that what this company, what their scientific philosophy is, it made sense to me. Because what the philosophy is of this company is just that the recognition that what you need to be healthy, what your body needs to be healthy, it can be found in nature. That's the way God designed it, and it can be found in nature. And so what our scientists did is we identified what does the body need to be healthy? But then second, what are we missing? What are we missing in our diet? Because we're missing a lot of things in our today 21st century diet. And so then we went out and we found those ingredients in nature. We didn't create them in a chemistry lab. We went out and found those ingredients in nature. And we provide products that provide those ingredients that your body's missing. And we just let the body do the rest. And so even at 27 years old, I recognized that message made sense to me. And so I've been taking the products ever since. And then from a business standpoint, what I'm going to share with you tonight is this idea that in the very beginning, this company was started with the concept of being in an entrepreneurial spirit, of wanting people to be able to participate in the growth and the success of this company. So again, I'm going to share tonight how that business model works, but we empower people like you and me and other happy customers in our business, people that love our products, that love the wellness industry and love the idea of sharing that health with other people and being able to make a significant income, whether that's part-time income or a career income. We allow you to participate in the growth and success of this company. So again, that's just a little overview, but I started very part-time and while I was just doing my regular full-time career, and that business certainly grew. And as Sharon said in the introduction, it grew so much that, I've been doing this full time now for over 25 years. My wife and I were stay-at-home parents for our kids. Now they're gone now. My son is a medical student and he lives down in Galveston. My daughter goes to university, but we were there in their lives as they were growing up. We certainly filled them with all the MANNATECH products that we could, and they're just healthy as can be. We love our kids, of course. And this business allowed us to be there with them every step of the way. So again, not to get too much ahead of myself, but let me ask you this. Have you ever thought about where you are today versus where you want to be? Where you are today versus where you want to be? Now, I don't know the answer for you. I don't know how you would answer that question, but I do know that there are millions of people that are answering that question in a way that is totally changing the world as we speak. And it's called the Great Resignation. And again, you've seen it everywhere. This isn't just happening in America. This is happening in Australia. This is happening in Europe. It's happening in South Africa. It's happening in Asia. It's that people, I don't know what happened. Something happened over the crazy pandemic that we had, but people are deciding that they want to do life differently than they did before. And the end result of that is 47 million people quit their job in 2021. 47 million people quit their job in 2021. Now you can see the top 3 reasons on the screen there. But I think what it really is, people got a taste of what it was like to be at home, to work from home, and they loved it. They loved the idea of being able to wake up, be around their family, walk the dog in the morning, still be very productive and work. And then when it came time to go back to the job, came time to go back and do what they'd been doing for the previous part of their life, they just said, you know what, it's not what I want to do. And 47 million people have quit their job. Now, there's some key drivers around this employee dissatisfaction, more so than just people deciding they wanted to walk the dog in the morning. But again, I think there are reasons, and then there are the real reasons. But here's it doesn't take too much explanation to realize that our purchasing power has been declining over the last 10 plus years. In other words, what's happening is, even though you're making more money, even though your wages are going up, what you can buy with that money, the purchasing power, has been declining over the years. And today we got inflation, we got all kinds of crazy stuff going on, but that is what is happening. And so, what's the end result? What's the takeaway here? The takeaway is that you have to make more money just to keep the same lifestyle that you had 2 or 3 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 10 years ago. You have to make more money just to keep the same lifestyle. What if you want to have a bigger lifestyle, a better lifestyle? Then what in the world are you supposed to do? And that's what we're going to answer tonight, or this morning, is what are some ways that you don't have to shrink your dreams? You can actually grow your income. And when you grow your income, that's the best way to change the dynamics of these charts that are on the screen. So let's talk about what we call some mega trends. These mega trends are happening again all over the world. I just talked about the Great Resignation. And so that's creating opportunity. Our CEO, Al Bala, many of you know Al, he talks about that fortunes are made during times of transition. And folks, if you don't recognize that right now is a massive time of transition in our world, then I think you're asleep, because the whole world is transitioning all over the place in so many different ways. And one of those major ways is people working from home. And I've talked about that just briefly, but 79 million people are going to open a home-based business in the next 5 years. That's what Forbes magazine wrote recently. Again, 79 million are going to start a home-based business. So if you think about that Great Resignation, people they don't want to stop making money. They just don't want to keep doing the job, the employment, the same way that they were doing it before. So they're looking for more different creative ideas for ways to make money. So they want to work at home. All right. So that's number one. People want to work at home. Number two is this new industry, this new explosive economy called the gig economy. The gig economy is a way to leverage the concept behind companies such as Uber, TaskRabbit, and Airbnb. So what happens in the gig economy? Well, it shifted the way people think about business. No longer do you have to think about someone else having a job that employs you. You can actually think about this idea of being in business for yourself. Now, again, MANNATECH, we've been talking about this for years, but we've been talking about it while a lot of people at the time were just thinking about having a job. And we would have to talk to them and try to, for lack of a better word, convince people why having your own business is better than having a job. But we don't have to convince people right now. The gig economy is exploding and it's huge. And as a matter of fact, I have a short video that I want to show you on the gig economy.
We've all heard it. Work hard now so you can enjoy your retirement later. Skip that fancy latte in the morning and watch the savings pile up. Stay the course, and it will all pay off eventually. But let's be honest, tradition isn't the only way. You don't have to look far to see a growing trend that is breaking tradition and helping people all over the world find some extra income that actually makes a difference. The gig economy is here, And more people are starting to see how working for themselves can start a new tradition, one where you have the choice, one where you're in control. And you already know what the gig economy is. It's simply income-earning activities outside of a traditional long-term employee relationship. 40% of the current labor force is already involved in the gig economy, and research shows that up to 80% have interest in participating. The gig economy is projected to grow to $455 billion over the next few years, with skyrocketing potential beyond that, as technology continues to make innovation accessible. We live in a time where our culture and technology are evolving together to allow us to move past that traditional view of work. Work that Monday to Friday 9 to 5? How about choose to work when it's best for you? Answer to a boss all the time? How about create a space for your own business? And here's the thing about the gig economy. It still comes down to your choice. Let's say you have your 9 to 5 and love it. What if you actually like your boss and just want to be able to save a little extra each month, pay for an extra bill, or focus on that vacation fund? The gig economy is designed for you. So let's get to work your way.
All right, so as you heard in that video, what it's talking about, 40% of the labor force is thought to be doing the gig economy over the next several years. And so understand this, I'm not positioning MANNATECH as just another opportunity for you to be able to participate in the gig economy. I'm saying that what we're talking about tonight gives you all the advantages of being in the gig economy, but also gives you some phenomenal additional advantages that I'm going to share with you in just a little bit that allows you to really build towards long-term career income. And that's what you don't get in those other gig businesses. But again, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Okay, so a couple of other mega trends. The health and wellness industry is just exploding. And again, this was before the last couple of years of craziness, but certainly after, in today's world, people recognize the benefit and the value of taking care of their bodies. I don't think people are taking their health for granted anymore. I think I told you in the beginning when I was 27, I took my health for granted, that's for sure. I don't anymore. I recognize I'm 55 years old today. Actually, that's a little lie. I'll be 55 in about a week. Next week is my birthday, and then I'll be 55. But I do not take my health for granted. I recognize how valuable my health is. I recognize certainly over the last couple of years, the value of having a strong immune system, the value of knowing that I'm putting all the right nutrients in my body so that I can stay healthy every single day. But I also appreciate my health. I appreciate being able to play tennis. I appreciate being able to work out and do things that other people my age, frankly, aren't able to do because for whatever reason, they've lost their health. And so that's kind of what the health and wellness industry is all about, is about taking advantage of your health and recognizing the benefit of not taking your health for granted, but doing everything that you can to stay healthy. And so at the turn of the 21st century, there was an economist that said the health and wellness industry was going to be a $1 trillion industry one day. He said it was going to be the next $1 trillion industry. Well, today you see that it's a $4.4 trillion industry. So it's a massive mega trend. And as you see where MANNATECH is positioned in the health and wellness industry, I'm going to share with you in just a little bit about how the quality of our products can provide people solutions that they're looking for. And when you're on our business side, you simply give people the opportunity to buy our products with an online store. And again, there's millions of people looking for what it is that we have at MANNATECH. And then the last mega trend is the social commerce, the social media. And it gives you the opportunity to have a business right on your phone or do it online. And that's something that we've been talking about for years, the value of that. And you get that with MANNATECH. So you can actually leverage all of these mega trends with MANNATECH and become a global wellness business owner for only $49.99. Now that is a US dollar figure, but I talked with Sharon just before this call, and Found out that in Australia, it's also $49 as well for your startup kit. And essentially that's what sets you up for being in business. So imagine having this amazing business for only $49.99. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what you get for having that business. So first I want to tell you a little bit about MANNATECH though. I want to tell you about our company. Let me move, sometimes this thing is in the way and I can't see. Okay, so MANNATECH has been in business for over 27 years. So you actually have a company that you can trust that you know is going to be here. It's been here for, again, 27 years, and we've created an infrastructure that we're going to be here in the future as well. We've done over $5.2 billion in cumulative sales. And you might ask, is that Australian dollars? Is that American dollars? You know what? When it's 5.2 billion, who cares? It's a lot of money. We have a lot of revenue and a lot of business because our products work. Now, here's the cool thing, and we're here to talk about our business system. We have paid out in those 27 years over $2.2 billion in compensation. Now, wouldn't you like to have just a small percentage of that over the next 27 years? So $2.2 billion in compensation. We're publicly traded on the NASDAQ. So definitely you get a company that it's very transparent. Things that we talk about from a quality standpoint, from a sales standpoint, from our business standpoint is something that, regulators and whatnot, they pour over every word just about that goes out of our company from our statements. And so because we're publicly traded, I think that gives some sense of confidence to know that, this is a company that you can trust. We have what's called a global seamless compensation plan, which just means that, you can start your gig economy business from, the comfort of your home there in Australia or New Zealand, and yet you could still have a global business all over the world. And again, I'll kind of share with you a little bit about how the business model works in just a minute. One of the things that MANNATECH has done is, from a product standpoint, we don't just want to have products that are similar to everything else that's on the market. There's a lot of nutrition products out there, but MANNATECH from day one wanted to have products that were patented. We wanted to have products that people know that there's a uniqueness, that there's something different about that product. There's something of value that is something that you can't find anywhere else. And so our products are patented. Again, we have over 150 patents. Today, some of those, it's been over 20 years, they expire every 20 years. So today we have 94 active patents in all of our major global markets. We're distributed and sold in over 30 countries around the world. And we're also a company that has a social impact on M5M. And I have a slide on that coming up, but this is something that is really important to people in today's economy, to know that the company that they're working with has a heart. The company that they're working with has a mission to do good beyond just providing goods and services. And MANNATECH has a major mission to help kids, malnourished children. And again, I'll share you a little bit more about that in just a minute. And then we have a global 90-day satisfaction guarantee. So if you're watching this this morning in Australia, and you're wondering if these products really do some of the things that I'm talking about, can you really, could you get benefits from these products? Do they work? The answer is you can try them yourself. You can take our products for 90 days. And if you feel like after 90 days, you didn't get the value out of those products, no questions asked, we give 100% money back guarantee. Folks, there are no other nutrition companies that I know of that have that open of a satisfaction guarantee. Most of them are 30 days. And even then, once you open the bottle, then there's no guarantee on that. They'll only refund, unused bottles. And what good of a guarantee is that? Because once you try it, then, well, you're stuck with it, but not at MANNATECH. You have 90 days to return our products. And you would think, again, over 5.2 billion in sales, that if our products didn't work, we would have a lot of returns. If you have a guarantee that is that open, that is that easy to use, if people weren't getting results from your products, we wouldn't be in business very long because of the returns. Well, again, we're a publicly traded company, as I said earlier, so you can look through our financial records, if you want to, or you could just take my word for it tonight. We have less than 1% return rate. Less than 1% of all of our products ever get returned. It's like significantly less. It's really like under 0.5%. It's a very small percentage of our products get returned. And again, that's with a no questions asked, 90-day satisfaction guarantee. And why is that? Because our products work. All right, and let's see if I can, there we go. So now I told you about M5M, that's our social impact foundation. Kids all over the world, they don't have the same opportunities that kids in Australia, kids in New Zealand, kids in Singapore have to just have regular nutrition and food. And, our company years ago started just donating some of our products to some of these children in orphanages of some really tough places where, they don't even have food, much less nutrition. And so the results and the impact on those kids is unbelievable. And so we actually started a foundation. We created a foundation so that this was sustainable. It wasn't just from time to time taking some donations and giving products here and products there. We created this foundation that is sustainable so that we actually, again, built it right into our business model. We don't necessarily ask you to donate to this cause. You certainly can. M5M takes donations, but it's built right into our business model. So we simply only ask you to buy products for yourself and your family and experience the benefits of the products for yourself and help your kids enjoy the products. But when you do that, that triggers a donation. Mannatech will make a donation to our foundation so that your purchase for your family will, in essence, support a child. So for each person that basically buys our products, that donates enough to support a child for a month. And so that's how we've created this sustainable, what we call donation through consumption program. And as you see on the screen, since 2005, we've donated over 139 million servings of our nutritional powder called PhytoBlend to kids around the world. Today, we support around 100,000 children every single day getting this phenomenal nutrition. And again, just because people like yourself choose to buy these products every single day. So I have another short video that really kind of talks about what our values and what our culture is all about at Mannatech.
Mannatech, a global leader in the field of health and nutrition, has been empowering people to live their best lives for over a quarter century. We are on a mission to help people live happier, healthier, enriched lives by developing scientifically sound, innovative wellness solutions and fostering a culture where the entrepreneurial spirit thrives.
At Mannatech, we believe we provide an environment of positivity, teamwork, personal development, and accountability for people to achieve their highest aspirations.
At Mannatech, we believe we celebrate the strength of family and offer a community where every employee, associate, and customer is welcome and knows they belong.
At Mannatech, we believe we are committed to provide innovative and scientifically sound solutions to support the wellness of people around the world.
At Mannatech, we believe we serve with a giving heart and support each other and our customers with a culture that fosters this spirit throughout the organization.
At Mannatech, we believe we are passionate about fighting the epidemic of childhood malnutrition. Our innovative social entrepreneurship model provides a sustainable donation with every product purchased to nourish children around the world through the M5M Foundation. At Mannatech,
we believe
in the power
of you.
In the power
of you.
right. So there's just, I think, an excellent video just on the culture of MANNATECH. You got to see our CEO, Al Bala, if you didn't know who he was, and several of our other key executives and some of our associates as well. And again, being a part of this company for over 25 years has just been something that's been very rewarding. So I have 2 slides on our science and our products. And I tell you, MANNATECH is really built around our products and around our science. It's just in this business presentation, we only have a couple of slides in here, but it sounds like next week, as you have Dr. Nugent, he's going to do a much deeper dive into the science. So I'll just touch on it a little bit. And so let's talk about our philosophy. As I said earlier, MANNATECH really is just looking for natural ingredients that the body needs to be healthy, and then we go out again in nature and find those ingredients. But in addition to that, MANNATECH actually pioneered an entire new scientific field in nutrition, and that's around the concept of glyconutrition. Glycans, you can actually Google those, GLYCANS. This is a field of nutrition that is absolutely exploding. And there is trillions of dollars, not trillion, billions of dollars of research that big pharmaceutical companies are doing today on glycans. Well, what MANNATECH has is we have the nutritional application. We have the natural glycans. We get the main ingredient comes from the aloe vera. We have a patented process for how we stabilize aloe vera, and then we add some other ingredients to it. And ultimately what it does is it provides optimal health at the cellular level. Because what we believe is that if your cells are healthy, then they're going to make healthy tissues. If you have healthy tissues, then they're going to make healthy organs in your body. If you have healthy organs, then you'll have healthy systems. If you have a healthy immune system, endocrine system, nervous system, ultimately you're going to be healthy. But it all starts at the cellular level. And so with proper nutrition at the cellular level, your body can perform its best. And so this little overview here just talks about how important communication is at the cellular level. How does the body communicate? The cells know how to be nourished, repaired, sometimes destroyed, protected, regulated. And it uses a language called glyconutrition. Again, Dr. Nugent will do a phenomenal job of talking about that. But that's our flagship product called Ambertose. But we actually have an entire line of products at MANNATECH. And so we're the innovators of glyconutrition. And we certainly focus on general nutrition. We focus on immune health. We focus on fat loss, skin care, even sports nutrition. And so you can find a line of products that you're really passionate about, that work for you. And I just simply encourage you to take our products and find some products. The person that invited you here can recommend some products that would really work for you. And again, you have that 90-day satisfaction guarantee. And when you find the products that work, you're going to realize that these products are different. That they're different than products that you might find at the nutrition store, or you might just buy some random products online. Because they actually have ingredients in them that work. They have ingredients in them that have been tested, that are patented, and that work in your body, and that can provide your body some phenomenal results. And so again, the whole business model only works because we have products that work. And so I'm going to transition. We're going to talk a little bit more about business, but I'm again telling you that it's because of the products that makes the business work the way that it does. So as I said earlier, for $49, you get the ultimate business in a box. You get everything that allows you to have a scalable business, a ready-made e-commerce website. You have access to a back office platform, a step-by-step system to follow. We have strong customer loyalty. We have subscription model. Over 70% of our customers buy on subscription. That just means that they buy from us every single month. And so that's one of the real uniqueness about our business model. And as I share how our model works over the next few slides, you're going to recognize how this is different than most other gig businesses because of the repeat business from our customers. And that comes to the subscription model. You don't have to inventory anything. All the shipping is done for you from MANNATECH. So our job is simply to share the products with people using our online store. And once they buy directly from Mannatech. Mannatech handles the taxes and the shipping and, you know, all that side of it. You simply are the information liaison, if you will, and allow that person to use your online store. So let me just give you a quick little overview of how our business models work. I told you that our company was set up different in the beginning. A traditional retail, that's how most companies are set up, where there's a manufacturer, there's a retail store, there's a consumer. You know, you go to the store, you buy the products there. Well, how do you know to go to that store? Well, the companies have to use advertising. And in many cases, about, you know, whatever it is you're buying, about 50% of the price of that product is used on advertising, to go on television, magazines, you know, anywhere that they do advertising, which is everywhere today, to basically drive you to go to the store. They use athletes and actors to tell you about these products. Those actors or athletes, maybe they take the products, maybe they don't, but they're only doing it because the companies are paying them to say good things about their products. So that's traditional retail. What we do is called direct to consumer. And what that means is there's a manufacturer, Mannatech, and we ship directly to the consumer. Well, how does the consumer know about our products? How do they know? Well, you tell them. We basically give you, when you come in for that $49 fee, we give you an online store, and you can use that online store, and consumers buy products from you. Now, again, it could be people that you know, it could be people in your social network, it could be people way outside of that you don't even know, that are simply looking for our products. They're looking for a way to have better health, that are looking for a way to have a stronger immune system, that are looking for a way to, you know, get more fit and maybe lose fat or have better skin or whatever it is they're looking for. And a lot of them are looking online, they're looking on social media, and you know, through our online store, people are going to buy from you. And we simply include you in the revenue stream. And so let's take a look at how that looks over the next couple of slides. So this is actually, I was just talking about this, the social commerce. This is what drives people to your online store. Again, it could be people that you know, it could be people that are in your social network, or people outside of that. But ultimately, customers are going to purchase from your online store. And when they do that, you can earn 20% on all new orders. So that's number one, customer acquisition. That's what we do. That's very similar to other gig businesses. Is there's some activity that you do in that gig business and you get paid for that. Let's take an example and talk about a food delivery gig business. So a lot of you are probably familiar with that. You know, you might order some food online on an app, and you know, you don't want to go out that night, so you pick a service and somebody's going to bring you that food. Those are very popular here in North America. I assume those are popular in Australia as well. Well, so somebody's going to get paid. They're going to go to that restaurant, they're going to pick up your food, they're going to drop it off, and they're going to get paid for that transaction. They're going to get paid for dropping that food off. Not 20%, they're going to get something. And so that's how they earn money. So in that sense, our customer acquisition is similar to that, in that, you know, our job is to drive people to our online store. When they purchase from Mannatech in the online store, you're going to earn 20% of their first order. But here's what's really amazing about Mannatech. This is where we're very different than most other gig businesses. We have customer subscriptions. And what that means is when your customers buy products from you and you're in the 20%, they don't just buy one time. We actually have data that shows that our average customers buy from Mannatech for over 8 years. So that is tremendous loyalty. So that means they buy this month, they buy next month, they buy the month after, and you can still earn up to 20%. We have a compensation plan. I'm not going to go into comp plan today, but you can still earn up to 20% on those subscription orders, on those continuous orders, recurring orders, month after month after month. So imagine, back to that food delivery service, imagine if you picked up some food and you took it to somebody's house and dropped it off, and you got paid for that. But imagine if every time that customer ordered food from that restaurant again, every single time, whether you brought food or not, that you continue to get some percentage of that order. That'd be pretty amazing. You could grow your business beyond just the simple activity of picking the food up and dropping it off. Well, you don't have that opportunity with those companies, but you do with MANNATECH. So these customers that are subscribing that buy on a recurring basis, that's your base, and that's your recurring base. And then of course you can grow that on a monthly basis. So that's the first two ways that we earn money, is customer acquisition and customer subscriptions. But number three, this is where we totally just blow up the model of the gig business, the team building. We actually give you an opportunity to invite other people to do the business along with you. And what I mean by that is, whether you know someone who's looking for a way to make extra income, whether maybe it's somebody in your social network, or again, maybe it's somebody totally outside of that. We've got some great an app that we use where there's some leads in there. There are people looking for business. So there's lots of ways to find these people. But when you find someone that's looking for a gig business, a way to make some extra income, you show them MANNATECH. They have the same opportunity that you do, same ways of sharing their online store with customers. But then when they have sales, customer purchases, not only do they earn money, but you earn money from leveraging your business with those distributors. We call them associates. And so you have the opportunity to earn additional money off of the people that join you from a business perspective, and they create their own customers base, their own online store. And so that can continue on down the road to a point where, again, back to my story, I started very part-time. I had a small customer base, but then through team building, I had several people that really loved this idea of this business, and they created a group of customers. They created a group of other associates, and that continued to grow and to grow, so that I was able to transition from part-time income, which is really all you can ever do with a gig business, to full-time income, and ultimately a career that has really blessed our family, been able to travel, do some amazing things, and all because I started this gig business 27 years ago, and because this business model has been really thought through and really works for people that are looking for a way to make some extra income, customer acquisition, customer subscription, but that B, are looking for a way beyond that. They're looking for a way to really have some freedom in their life, to be able to do some things that, again, going back to this idea of doing something bigger and better than you've been able to do in the past. So that's our business model. Again, you're just 3 clicks away from being involved in this global business. We make it very, very simple. You can sign up right on the phone. You can do it right online. And again, for only $49, and you can be in business for yourself. So the next move is up to you. Here's our 3 steps. Just use the products, share them, and grow your business. And then I would just simply challenge you to talk to the person that invited you to watch this presentation, and find out what your next step is, because being involved with MANNATECH, doing this business, it's going to be the best decision you ever made from a business perspective. You may not know that yet, but I am confident in this business. I'm confident in these products. I'm confident in you. And I believe this is going to be one of the best decisions that you ever make from a business perspective. So again, thank you for being here this morning. I've enjoyed sharing this overview and this presentation. I hope you have an opportunity to share with someone that may not have been here this morning, and share the archive with them. But I'll close it out with that. I'm not sure, Sharon, if you want to come back and close and talk about maybe Dr. Nugent next week, or Diana, if you're doing that. But I just want to turn it back over to you guys. Thank you for being here today, and I'm glad you had me on the call.
Oh my goodness, you should see the gratitude in the chat, Kevin. I'll have to send it to you. Everybody's just blown away. They want access to it. They feel inspired. They want to re-register. So awesome. And if anybody here is new, a big warm welcome. This is the best. It's 24 years for me, Kevin, in November.
Wow.
And yeah, MANNATECH was, it's a lifelong decision and commitment for me. It's I've never had any regrets, and I've only been blessed. So thank you for being here. And for those of you watching today, next week we do have Dr. Nugent. I don't know the topic yet, but I know he's been doing some new stuff, and we get included in that. So I'm looking forward to it. Kevin, God bless you. Thank you so very much for being here today. It was just simply amazing.
Thank you for having me.
See you, everybody. Thank you.